Hello, Ash Bastards. This is your faithful DM with an update from Curse of Strahd. So, many weeks ago, the last session of Curse of Strahd with the Ash Bastards began with a trip from the village of Valaki to the Wizard of Wines Vineyards, where you encountered an entire army of blights. Small, twiggy-like creatures that shot darts at you and followed you through the vineyard as you attempted to approach. You left your friends, Arabelle and her uncle, waiting by the cart and horse because they had no interest in fighting this large battle. As you approached the vineyard, you realized it would be quite a challenge to get all the way to the vineyard. And so you snuck in and dodged and noticed that there were ravens flying above you, helping to guide your way. So, using your perception, you made your way to an entrance and then entered the vineyard, the winery. Once you got inside, you looked around and realized that the place was completely infested with these twig-like creatures and some creepy druids, human teeth around their neck, sort of barbarian-like clothing. None of them transformed into animals while you fought them, but you were able to battle your way through 5 of these guys until you met what seemed to be their leader on the top floor. There you battled, and walls of fog in the middle, you made your way through, blew them away, and were able to attack this druid who was using some kind of a rod, which obviously created and controlled these twig-like blights which were fighting you. Due to some lucky shots from your archer, you were able to take that druid out. As you got close to the dead body of the druid, you saw this rod, and closer and closer inspection, the orb of Strahd, which is this sort of crystal ball that you found in the Durst Mansion, the haunted house that you had explored a while back, began to glow. The two things continued to glow increasingly until the rod exploded, leaving a tiny gem about that big in a wagon right outside the loading docks of the vineyard. Now, you haven't explored the entire winery, so you still have some work to do there. So you have some choices to make at this point. Will you continue exploring the winery? You are still looking for the patriarch of the Marketov clan, some kind of leader of this Order of the Feather, this group of anti-Strahd vigilantes that operate there in Barovia. Now their family, the children of this, sort of estranged children, if you will, of the Marketov clan, the Order of the Feather, they're back in Valaki, and they run the Blue Water Inn. They're the ones that asked you to go and check on the vineyard because they hadn't received a shipment of wine in quite some time. Well, they weren't the only ones. The Baron Valakovich, a creepy dude, really twisted, had invited you to dinner. You went to dinner back in Valaki and realized that he had actually arrested the matron of the orphanage, where you found some demons had possessed some of the orphans. You fought off the demons, but then it looks like the guard came and arrested the matron there and accused her of operating in coordination with Strahd. So not good things happening there. You negotiated with the Baron that if you would go and get some of this wine and bring it back, that he would consider releasing the matron there, as well as releasing, well, the young lady who you are attempting to protect. That's right, this poor young woman who you met in the village of Barovia. Her brother asked you to take her to a safe place, which was supposed to be the chapel there in Valaki, some consecrated location. Well, you realized that the bones needed to be returned. You got the bones from the orphanage. You returned the bones. The bones you found in the coffin maker's house. You took the bones back to the chapel. You were able to reconsecrate it, and then realized that the Baron had been keeping her as a guest in his house. So that is where she's been, a guest in the house of Baron Valakovich. So you're hoping by returning the wine, you will be able to achieve 2 big ends: help the Marketov clan and release this young lady who you've been trying to protect, as well as the matron of the orphanage, hopefully doing good all the way around. So that's where you stand. You have defeated the druids on the top floor of the vineyard, but you still need to find the guy who runs it, the patriarch of the Marketov clan, and possibly the leader of the Order of the Feather. See you tonight.